Hello and welcome back to my channel Craft with Heidi-Leigh. In today's video we're going to go through how to hold the crochet hook correctly as well as hold the yarn when you're doing those crochet projects. So there are multiple different ways of how to hold the crochet hook and the yarn, but I'm going to be explaining it all in this video. If you're starting off with crocheting and you want to buy a little kit, these are a few of the kits that I recommend. This one is from Amazon. This one over here is from Etsy. This one is from Shein. And then this one is from TakeAlot. If you like any of the images that I've shown you, I've posted the links into the description box. So just click down there below and it will direct you to the link. I'm not an affiliate with any of them. I just thought these were really good to start off with, give you the nice basics. So let's go and get started with the video. Okay. We're going to show you how to hold the crochet hook as well as holding the yarn. There are several ways of how to hold both the crochet hook and the yarn. You'll just have to find which way best suits you as well as the one that's more comfortable. I will show you the ones that I prefer and all the other different methods, and then you'll just have to try them and see which one feels best and more comfortable for you. So we'll start with the crochet hook. So when you're doing a project, you will always have the hook facing you. So this will be the direction that the hook will always be facing. So this side will always face you, and then the flat side will always face away from you. So there's two different types of methods how to hold the hook. The first method is called the knife method. So how you're going to do that is you're going to take the hook, you're going to take your hand and you're going to go over the handle. So as you are cutting a slice of bread or anything like that, you are going to hold it like this if you're cutting something. So this is called the knife method. And then the second one is called the pencil method. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your crochet hook and you're going to put your hand underneath the handle and hold it like you're going to write with a pencil. So that's how you will hold it. How I hold it is a little bit of a slightly different method. So I do use the knife method, but I do, however, put my index finger on top of the needle. So I will crochet using it like this. This is how I feel is the most comfortable, that I use it, and it feels like I have the most control in the hook. Okay, we're now going to go on to how to hold the yarn. So when you are starting off a project, what I like to do is just show you how to take the yarn out of the ball to see which end you'll be using. So some people might take the end from the outside. I prefer to take the end from the inside. So what you'll do is you'll stick your fingers into the middle circle over here, and you will just feel where there should be like a clump of wool inside there. So what you'll do is you'll grab it with your two fingers, you will pull it out, and then you will get your clump of wool that will come out here. So you will literally just pull the whole inside of it out. It does look like it's a whole bunch of mess. Trust the process, and we'll find the end just now. Okay, so once you have, mine looks like an absolute mess. Sometimes it does appear better on other wools. It just depends on which type of wool that you buy. So obviously I will assess this and see that this thread is coming from the outside. So I will pull all of that and see that this end is alone. It's not, it's attached to the whole ball over here. So what you're going to do is you're just going to unravel all of this to the one side. Just going to unravel it until you get the end piece. So there we go. I see the end piece. So I'm just going to keep pulling it until it is completely undone. What I do recommend is putting this maybe in like a basket, or if you have a crochet bag, putting this in the bag so then it's not everywhere. But it does make it easier when you're working with your project, that working from the inside, it just pulls from the inside and it carries on pulling from the inside, instead of your wool being raveled from the outside and your wool is jumping around the whole room and you don't know where it's going. So it is easier from the inside. As I said, it does look better. I'm not sure why this one is such a mess, but it does look better in other types of wool. So you'll just have to see. So what will happen now is we're just going to put that to the side and get some thread. So this will be your end that you're going to be working with. This is called, we're going to call this the tail. So the end of your project is always going to be a tail, and you're always going to have a piece of it which you're going to weave into the project when you're working with it. That will be in one of my other videos of how to weave in the tail of your actual project. So what we're going to do is we're just going to hold the tension of the yarn and seeing which way best suits you and which way is the best and most comfortable way. So when you're always doing a project, just ensure that this end is always towards yourself. So and you're always working with the ball of yarn. So this end will always be towards yourself, and it will always go over your index finger. It's a standard. That will be the standard of your actual project and how you hold it. The other methods I'll show you now, but just note that when you do have the project, that your end is always going over your index finger. So the one way that is the first method is you're going to have it wrap around your index finger. You're then going to go and wrap it around a second time on your index finger, just to keep that tension. So you're then going to go and wrap it around the 3 fingers, and then you can always either just leave it there if you're most comfortable, or what you can do is you can hold your 3 fingers down, which will then cause tension when you're doing your crochet project. So when you are crocheting here, it will just go over like that. It will either cross, or what you can do is you can go first over your fingers, over your index finger, and a second time over the index finger. Then it doesn't cross, and then you can loosely just pull, and that will then join in your project. So that's the first one. So let me show you again. So you will go over your 3 fingers, around your index finger, and around your index finger again. And then when you're working on your project, you'll just pull this one, which will then loosely bring those. And then if you want to tighten it, you can either pull all fingers together and you can see it's there tight, or you can go and hold your 3 fingers down, which, as you can see here, is now pulling tight. And then the more you lift your fingers, the looser your yarn will become. So that's the first one. So the second method is you're going to go over your index finger, under your middle finger, over your ring finger, and under your pinky. So with this method, the wider you open your fingers, the looser the tension will be. The more you close it, the tighter the tension will be. So that's your second one. It will look like this on the outside. So it will go under your pinky, over your ring finger, under your middle finger, and then over your index finger. So let me show you that again. If you're having a look on the outside, you always go over your index finger, then under your middle finger, over your ring finger, and under your pinky, and then that will be the tension, and that will then be a looser tension. So let me show you on the outside. So this will be your tension. You can pull it here and it's tight. The more you open it, the more tension you have in your fingers. So that's your the second option. The third one will be, it's easier doing it this way. So you'll have your pinky, you will go over your pinky, over and then under and then over again. So you will wrap your pinky. So over, under, and then you'll go over all of these. And then you will go and you will wrap your index finger. So that is another way that you can do it. Okay, so then you'll just do it like that, and then the more you hold it, the more tension there is. The wider you open it, the less tension there is, right? Okay, so then the next one will be, if you have your palm facing upwards, you will go across your pinky and over it. So you're wrapping it into the wool will be wrapping it, and then you will just take it, go over your two middle fingers, and then you will go over your index finger. So with this way, you can see on the outside, the wool here is on the inside of your pinky and not the outside, which will then cause tension if you hold it like this, and then when you widen it, it will be a lot less tension. So this is the way that I actually do my crocheting. I find it the best way, as well as if it's comfortable on the pinky, and if you want even more tension, you can even just take those fingers and just close them, and that will create a lot more tension. So you can either hold it like this, which creates a medium tension, and then hold it with your fingers closed, which will create more tension. So those are the 4 ways. So let me show you of when you do a project, of how I hold my yarn and which best way is fitting for me. So you can find out which way is best for you if you try out each method of either holding the crochet hook or holding the yarn. It will come natural. It could also feel very strange if it is your first time crocheting, so don't worry, just practice each round, and then you'll get familiar with it and find out which one is best suited for you. So what you'll do is I'm going to show you my method. So I'm going to wrap around, and then I'm going to come under and then over here. So this will be the start of your project, which will be in one of my other videos. This over here, as I said, the end is called a tail. So you can just ignore that piece, and that piece won't be in the project. We'll weave that into the project or work it in. So what you'll do is I hold it like this, so when I wrap around, I can then hold it nicely like that. This is how I use it. And then when my tension, I just hold my tension like that. I hold my pinky down and wrap it around, and that's how I actually do all of my crocheting. So the basic steps will be in another video, but this is just showing you how to hold your yarn and your crochet hook. So now that you know how to hold your crochet hook correctly, as well as hold the yarn, I hope this video is helpful for you. Please give me a thumbs up, a like if it was helpful, as well as subscribe to my channel for all the other videos I will be posting. If you have any questions on the video, or if you have any other suggestions of any videos you would like me to make, pop that in the comment box. I'll have a look at them, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.